buongiorno. That's about the most I can speak in Italian, so forgive me. So my presentation today is actually going to be in English, but really today I'd like to talk about Scott Bader, a little bit about the history of our company, but also our work that we're doing on sustainability with the products that we manufacture. So a little bit about the company to start with. So who we are. We were founded in 1921, so last year we were 100 years old, which was a real milestone for the company. Founded in the UK by a Swiss chemist, a gentleman called Ernest Bader. He came to the UK in the early 1900s and formed a company in London originally, but as the Second World War came, he moved out of London, and we're sort of just north of London now. That's where our factory is, and that's where our headquarters. But as you can see from the map, we're a global manufacturer of resins, gel coats and adhesives. And as you can see, we have manufacturing sites and sort of Scott Bader registered companies all over the world. This gentleman is the son of the founder, a gentleman called Godric Bader. Unfortunately, he passed away this year. He was 98 years of age, so he was part of the Bader family and was still active up to the last few years, really. So that's just a little flavour of the company there. But the difference, I guess, for us is we're an employee-owned company. So in 1951, the founder of Scott Bader actually gave the company as a gift to the employees. And that model and principles is still active today. So it was a very generous gift, but the gift he gave the company to the employees was really about sort of making people, generation after generation, employed and trying to actively help people who were less fortunate than ourselves. So this company is still, this model is still active today, as I said. There's a heavy focus on research and development within Scott Bader, and 15% of our employees work in sort of technical roles. The current employees in technical is 115. Our group employees is 750, and like I say, we have over 100 employees in technical roles. So research and development and developing new products is absolutely key to our strategy and long-term success. 5% of our global profit is donated to charities across the world. This was something he decided back in 1951 when he gave the company away, and again, that model and principle is still active today. So I think most companies have a mission statement or a purpose statement, and this has been our purpose statement for some years now. So it's to enable our customers to supply more effective and sustainable products using innovative polymer solutions, and to empower our people to live by our values. So we always go back to this as our sort of purpose for, you know, existing as a company and supplying products to the market. About 8 years ago, the board of directors within Scott Bader set up a 2036 vision, and 2036 at the time, you know, why would you pick 2036? There's a number of reasons, but there's two milestones at 2036. Scott Bader will be 115 years old, and our Commonwealth will be 85 years old. But it also gives us time to plan our strategic goals, which you can see that they're listed, the 7 strategic sustainability goals that we're working actively to. So we work to our 2036 vision. That's a little bit more about the strategic goals. I won't go through them all. But, you know, pioneering the circular economy, which is, you know, lots of people are talking about the circular economy, but that's at the forefront of our minds, to try and develop products and, you know, reuse, lease, repair, recycle, and so on. So They're split into 7 goals, and we monitor those and work to those. So marine, that's why I guess we're all here today, but marine, Scott Bader, you know, obviously I represent Scott Bader, and I would say this, but you know, we've been doing this a long time, so hopefully by now we have some good products and some good ideas and some good innovations for the marine sector. So 70 years of products being supplied into the marine sector, so we believe we're the world leader in supplying composite materials for this particular market. In fact, you know, Scott Bader was the first company to make a resin which was used first ever in a composite boat in 1951. So like I say, you know, we've been doing this for a few years now, so hopefully we have the right mix of products. But going back to the previous slides, you know, our research and development, marine's a very important strategic market sector for Scott Bader. You know, just sort of going off the slides, Scott Bader's turnover globally is 300 million, and a quarter of our business sits in marine. So marine is a strategic market sector. We sell composite materials into other market sectors such as wind energy, building and construction, sanitary, rail, but marine is a quarter of Scott Bader's business globally. We, in addition to obviously supplying composite materials, we believe that we offer a number of, you know, scope of services, really, support and services, and some customers here today hopefully see, I don't know why that's doing that, but we offer a number of support services in addition to actually the products itself. So you can see some of the things that we do there, the testing of our gel coats and testing of our products, etc. But also going to see clients and troubleshooting, process optimization, etc. So we have the whole package, we believe. Now really the main sort of part of the presentation is about the sustainability and our strategy for sustainability. So I talked about the 2036 vision earlier, but what we did to start with, we've set it up with, we're guided by the UN Strategic Development Goals, and I think there's 17 UN Strategic Development Goals, things such as, you know, clean water, poverty, you know, reducing hunger, etc., etc. So that's sort of the base, and then we've driven it down into more detailed sections. So we're driven by the principles of green chemistry, and we're essential not to just survive but to thrive. There's many experts who look at green chemistry, but we've worked, or we've followed the model of two American people back in the late 90s, and they set out 12 principles of green chemistry, and these are the 12 green chemistry that we work to as a company. So as you can see from the slide, the different models in that green chemistry. Like I say, there are other models, but this is the particular one that we use, and it's probably the most popular one if you look at the other principles of the chemistry. So I've broken it down into 3 sections here: ethically sourcing, sustainable sourcing, raw materials, bio-derived, styrene-free products, and to reduce our impact on the planet. So we've signed to a company called EcoVadis. There's other suppliers, but they're a world-leading provider in sustainable products. And what we're trying to do is, in the world of chemistry, to make composite materials, as you know, a lot of the products are derived from oil, and what we're trying to do is replace some of those raw materials that have been derived from oil with a bio-sourced raw material, such as things like castor oil, amber, and so on and so forth. Obviously the products have got to work. You know, you're making composite boats here, so from a chemistry point of view, they've got to work. So the challenge is for us is to take away one of those you know, raw materials based on oil, but not losing the performance by by buying a bio-derived raw material. So this slide is the elephant in the room, really, and probably a lot of you know about styrene, but styrene is the monomer that goes into polyester resins and gel coats and adhesives, etc. And it's well known, styrene as a product, and it's very good at what it does. And as you can see there from the sort of small graph there, 30 million tons of styrene are produced each year, and only 7% of styrene usage sits in the world of composites. So all the resin manufacturing in the world only represents 7% sales of styrene. So we're not a player really in the world of styrene. Styrene is mainly used for packaging, polystyrene, etc., etc. So, but it's well known, and as you can see from some of the points I've made here, it's been around a long time. It's got good security of supply. Maybe some might not feel that last year with the supply chain chaos, but in general, styrene is a product or a raw material that you can easily access. Whereas compared to, say, some of these bio-derived raw materials that we're looking at, security of supply is a real issue. So although we might be developing those products, you've got to have enough sales and products in order for it to be more sustainable and more being able to obtain. So that's a challenge for us. And from a chemistry point of view, it does very well at what it's supposed to do. So it's well known, and also it's well studied as well. So from a chemical point of view. But this is one example of one product that we've done. Some of you may know about one of our leading structural adhesives, which is branded Crestomer. So Crestomer is a very, very important product for us as a group, certainly in the marine sector. It was developed in the 1980s, mid-1980s, and it's sold all over the world for structural bonding in the marine sector. But what we've done recently is, based on my previous points about sustainability, we've developed a Crestomer now. It's not going to be called Eco One. That's more for a sort of this presentation. But what we've done is we've developed this product and we've taken out one of the key raw materials, which is derived from oil, and replaced it with a bio-derived raw material. But we've also taken out the styrene. And we've done obviously lots and lots of tests on this product, and some key boat builders, mainly in the UK at the moment, are actually testing this material. And we believe that there's no detriment to the performance of the product. So there's been a lot of work on that, and this is just one statement to the world and our customers that we're taking this very, very seriously, and we're trying to develop products that are more sustainable. Now, it's not completely free of raw materials that are derived from oil, however, but it's a start, and we believe this is an exciting product for us, and hopefully will develop further. And as you can see from the mechanical properties, its elongation is 60–65%, so it does what it's supposed to do. So we've tested it, and hopefully it will be a success going forward. We've also developed a bio-derived resin for infusion. Again, early days. We've got a couple of boat builders, large boat builders, who are testing this, and we believe it's going to be the next step entering the world of resins rather than the previous slide, which was Crestomer. So we're certainly developing products for the marine sector which are sustainable or more sustainable. These have been around from Scott Harder for several years. We have, it's called the Eco family. We call it the Eco family of gel coats. And some of you might be familiar with some of the names, but LS stands for low styrene. So some of our products, when you see the word LS in front, or the letters LS in front of it, this means low styrene, so it's lower than normal. and we've been selling these for several years now. But we also have, it's not on this slide here because it's not really for marine, but we do have a gel coat, and we've had a gel coat for several years, which is completely styrene free. It's called Zero PA. And in fact, Zero PA is our largest selling gel coat globally. It's sold into the wind energy. So it's our #1 selling gel coat from a volume point of view. So the point I really wanted to make here is we've been manufacturing products for some years without styrene, but it's now more entering into the marine sector, which is of interest to you, hopefully. Some of the investments that we've done recently, so we've teamed up with the University of Liverpool in the UK, and they're a separate division, and they're purely looking at products in research and development which are more sustainable for the marine sector and other sectors going forward. So they're separate from us, they're away from the day-to-day sort of business, commercial elements of just general life and supplying products. So these guys are coming up with hopefully new ideas and new products for the future. So I think the point here really is that we're investing in the future of sustainability, more sustainable products. We also report our life cycle analysis, and just a couple of pictures here. I mean, we don't really want to make a biodegradable boat. That's not the point really, is it? And I think the picture below, that boat I just took off the internet a few days ago. That boat was made in the 1970s, and it's a composite boat, and you can buy that today. So the point here really is composite boats last a long, long time. So the life cycle of a composite boat does take a long, it's a long time. So it's a tough question, life cycle analysis in the world of composite marine manufacture. I'm mindful of time. These are some of the things that we're doing as a company. We measure our sustainability, and as you can see from the points there, we're considering all the life cycle analysis from the very start of buying raw materials to the end of life, cradle to grave, basically. Looking forward, again, some of the statements that we're working to with life cycle. So we're really trying to be. We're more ambitious to extend our carbon neutrality, so we're really aiming for that, and that's at the forefront. It's the top of our agenda when we're trying to develop products and then supply our customers. But what do we need? We really need customers' feedback and partners. So, this story isn't going away. It's only getting stronger and bigger. So, we're working with our partners and our customers to really drive this forward. It's really key to us. And then future plans. I don't know if you've seen it in our social media, but we've just bought a factory in America, so we'll be starting producing gel coats and adhesives in the US, and also an investment in India, so you might have seen that. We've also developed a 3D resin, not for really the marine sector at this stage, but I can see the 3D resin, certainly for mould making, something of interest, and we're trying to develop into new markets. Some of the certificates and approvals, all the products that we do for the marine sector are marine approved, whether it be Lloyd's, DNV, RENA. So that's just a given really. And then we sell into different market sectors, so you need different certification. And that's the end of the presentation. Thank you.